corner, cross-court feed. Paulson, right side, finds Whitfield. Left-handed chest-high dribble, picks it up, bounce pass, Sandbo. Tough shot off the mark, but hit, and a foul called. Campus fans don't like it, trying to say that their arms went straight up, but head coach Ron Allen did think that was a foul, I should say, saying that Wood's arms went down, so that's 2 fouls on her. And already the 15th foul, but Sandbo at the line for 2. First one, swish. So checking in for the first time will be Zakiya Williams coming in for Addison Wood with those 2 early fouls, and that's key. Wood is a perennial low post player who averaged 5 points a contest and 3 rebounds as well. Second free throw in for Sandbo. She's 2 for 2. McPherson able to tie the game, all of which being on free throws, but it's 4 all. 5:05 to go first quarter. Nadeau with the ball, driving coast to coast. Euro step layup, good, off the glass. Emily Nadeau, the senior, one of the key contributors from last year as well, gives Campus back the lead, 6-4. Doyle drives, then gets bumped, and a foul called on Williams. Coach Allen telling Williams, why did you reach in? And Williams is called for the foul, her first. And Brooke Doyle at the line for 2 as they are in the bonus with 4:53 left in the first frame. Doyle 2 for 4 at the stripe. All 4 of McPherson's points from the free throw line. Pure swish on the first free throw. So 3 points for Brooke. McPherson yet to make a field goal though. All 5 points on free throws. On the flip side, all 6 points for Campus on layups. Second free throw, Doyle, swish. After missing her first 2, she makes her last 4. Piper Albert will check in for Ellie Paulson for McPherson. Coming back in, or rather coming in for the first time, Nora Seeley, a 5'9" freshman for the Lady Colts. 6 all, under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Seeley with the ball, high pass in transition. May have been too far, indeed it was. Intended for Lever, out of bounds it goes, and a turnover gives it back to McPherson. Can the Bullpups take their first lead of the game with 4:40 left, first quarter? Tied at 6. Sandbo almost walked but collects, spins, needs help, finds Doyle. Fakes, steps up, fakes from the elbow inside Sandbo. Layup too strong, rebounded by Campus. But McPherson steals it. It's Doyle right after the rebound. Alvord inside, fakes, needs help, tough shot, way short, rebounded by Hayesville Campus. They cross midcourt on the far side. Cooper on the left wing. Steps up, now launches a 3. Just off the front iron, rebound tipped, it finds Campus. Tough shot up, won't go by Frost. Rebounded by McPherson, and Whitfield gets fouled way in the backcourt, so Whitfield will head to the stripe. That's the 7th time Campus has been called for a foul. We're not even 4 minutes into this first quarter. It's 6-6 here in this first quarter, 4:08 to go. Riley Whitfield at the line shooting 2. Her first trip today. First free throw is good. Whitfield's first points of the season last year, averaging 6 points, 3.5 rebounds. She was also a key contributor on the softball team as a sophomore where they won the state title last spring. Second free throw. Off the mark, long rebound goes to Campus. But McPherson does have the lead. Sandbo stole it but missed the layup, rebounded by Hayesville. 7-6. McPherson leads. Campus with the ball. Cooper turns, misses the shot. Offensive rebound, stick back goes in by Seeley. Her first points of the game and the season. 8-7 Campus. 3:45 to go first quarter. McPherson in the backcourt against pressure. Passing the ball around, but it finds Doyle in the front court. Near corner, Alvord catch and shoot. A 3. Short. Rebounded by Campus. McPherson has yet to make a shot. All 7 of their points are free throws. Far corner, Frost stopped on the baseline, tried to kick to the near side, but it was deflected, taken back by Williams. She goes in, tough layup, good, and a foul. Williams gets fouled by Alvord, the basket counts. And McPherson now trailing by 3. But head coach Clint Kinnaman wants to talk things over. He'll take his first time out.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson girls trailing 10-7 in the early going. 3:19 to go first quarter here on the campus of Hayesville Campus High School. Again, no pun intended, the home of the Lady Colts and the Colts, as the boys game will tip off about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this one. McPherson has not made a field goal. All 7 of their points are free throws. But Campus with 5 made layups and an and one opportunity for Zakiah Williams as she is at the free throw line. And it's up and misses wide right, did not hit the rim, so it's automatically going to be McPherson's ball on an inbound. But head coach Clint Kinnaman called his first timeout after the layup was made by Williams on the and one attempt. So the 5 on the floor for McPherson are the starting 5. Correction, there's actually one difference, which I'll get to in a moment. McPherson's in the backcourt, but the clock did not start. So they have to stop play and take a couple of seconds off the clock. And then, well, actually the shot clock didn't run. Well, now it's running and they put it down to 31. The game clock stays put at 3:13. I know the shot clock, being a new thing starting last year as the pass tip. McPherson has it. I'll talk more about it in the second. Doyle into Blake. Right-hand layup, good. How about that? The first points of the season for McPherson, or rather the first field goal for McPherson, comes from a freshman, Kaysen Blake, who then rips the ball away, but it's taken back on the baseline, far side. Ball tipped on the deck. Campus keeps. 10-9, McPherson trails on defense, 2:45 left first quarter. Entry pass in the low post is out of bounds off campus. McPherson forces yet another turnover. But McPherson now down 10-9, but Kaysen Blake, who was a star in 8th grade last year, in fact had 22 points in her last game, which was against Hayesville West. Gets the first bucket of the season for McPherson. Doyle right side, 3 off the mark, long rebound tipped. And Campus has it. Williams kind of just volleyball tipped it to Seeley. Here come the Colts. Seeley on the right wing. Campus there, almost a double dribble. They didn't call it. Seeley missed the shot, then goes to the ground and is called for a travel. So a turnover once again, and back to McPherson it will go. The head coach Clint Kinnaman, he's preached toughness on this McPherson team. That's something he maybe talked about on the timeout. Marin Sambo comes in for Jersey Alexander. Riley Whitfield, Piper Alvord, Kaysen Blake, and Brooke Doyle are the other 4 on the floor for McPherson. 2:20 to go, 10-9 Campus. Alvord near side, inside Blake, layup is good. Kaysen Blake off the feed from Brooke Doyle, and McPherson retakes the lead 11-10. On the right side, Seeley all the way home, but missed the shot short. A fight for the ball on the ground and a tie-up in the arrow to McPherson. So the Bullpups will get it back off the alternating possession. Talked a little bit in the pregame about Kaysen Blake. And she's a freshman, and actually Coach Kinnaman said, he wasn't quite sure if he was going to start her day one, but thought about it down the line. Well, hey, they started her day one, and it's working out. Sandbo, catch and shoot 3. In and out, rebounded by Campus. 11-10, McPherson leads, but now on defense, 1:45 to go first quarter. Near side with the ball, tipped by Whitfield, a race for it. Sandbo comes down with it, lost it on the ground, taken by Doyle. Here comes Whitfield, 3-on-1, bounce pass, Alvord, layup, missed, but she got hit hard and a foul called. And Piper Alvord will go to the line. But there's the defensive toughness and one of the biggest strengths of this McPherson team. Now Blake into the low post. Whitfield retreats. Back to Blake on the right wing, and top of the circle, Doyle has it. And they'll just slow things down. 1:10 to go first quarter. McPherson with the ball up 12-10. Errant pass far side. McPherson just stays in bounds. Whitfield with the ball again. Drives. Tough shot. Both on layups. Amory Lowry, Jensen Alexander back. Both on layups. Amory Lowry, Jensen Alexander back in for McPherson. Whitfield's second free throw on its way. Off the mark, rebounded by Campus. But still a 3-point Bullpup lead. Just over a minute to go, first quarter. On the drive, Williams, tough shot, side of the backboard. Ball fought for, taken by Seeley in the low post, and she lays it in with the right hand. 4 early points for Nora Seeley, and it's 13-12 McPherson. 45 seconds left, first frame. Cross-court feed, Blake, right wing, finds Lowry. She steps up, wide open three. Just short offensive rebound. It's Alexander. Jensen, that is. She dribbles out of pressure. McPherson will reset with a fresh shot clock. 2 clocks separated by about 4 seconds in this first quarter, but Coach Kinnaman wants them to move. Sandbo, high pass, low post. Blake, tough shot, just missed. Rebounded by McPherson. Shot clock is off. Correction, rebounded by Campus. Shot clock is off. Campus with the ball down by 1 in this first quarter. 15 seconds left. Seeley on the near wing finds Williams. A dribble, tough shot off the mark. Rebounded by McPherson. 8 seconds left in the quarter. Lowry up ahead, but a bad pass thrown behind Blake and out of bounds at the scorer's table, and Campus will have it with 5 seconds left in this first quarter. A long first quarter at that. This one, which it's 8 minutes on the game clock, this one's gone about 25 minutes of real time. 5.1 to go, first quarter. Hayesville plays it in, far side with Harris, has it with 3, with 2, steps up, fires from the free throw line, short, and the first quarter comes to an end. McPherson with the lead, 13-12 through 1 quarter of play. The second quarter is coming up next. We're back in 30 seconds from Campus High School. This is Bullpup basketball on 98.9, 1540 KMCP.
One of the most important elements of success is knowing when to expand and when to focus on strengthening what you have. At People's Bank and Trust, we've done just that over the years, ensuring that we always have a solid base to provide for our customers and our community. At People's Bank and Trust, we never promise more than we can deliver, and what we deliver is safe, sound, reliable banking that puts you first. Let us put our experience to work for you and your family. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
McPherson girls basketball with a 13-12 lead in their first quarter of the 2025-26 season, as it's 13-12 so far, as it's been kind of a back and forth first quarter, but the Bullpups started to turn it around a little bit. But out of their 13 points, 9 of which on free throws, McPherson is 9 of 13 at the charity stripe today. Kaysen Blake with the 2 made field goals, both of them layups. Coverage of McPherson High School basketball presented by McPherson College. You bring the dream, we'll build the team. Success is a team effort. Begin building yours at McPherson College. It's a great day to be a Bulldog. Campus with the ball to start the second quarter. Driving is a Colt, but a foul called on McPherson. It'll be called on Amory Lowry, as driving in was Nadeau. Lowry called for her first foul, team's first of this second quarter. 7:51 to go in the first half. McPherson was in the bonus after 5 team fouls already on campus, just about 2.5 minutes in. Errant pass taken by Jensen Alexander. McPherson with a breakaway. Here's Paulson one-on-one. Under the basket, tough shot missed. Put back goes in by Audra Sandbo. First field goal made by McPherson. That's not by a freshman. And anyone not by Kaysen Blake. And McPherson up by 3, but coast-to-coast layup short by Craig. Rebound McPherson, but Paulson triple-teamed. And a jump ball, and the arrow will give it back to McPherson. Jensen Alexander, well, it was going to be Jensen Alexander to throw it in. McPherson will be with some pressure defensively by the campus defense. We've seen that so far in the early going. They want to force as many turnovers as they can. Deep pass, Alexander. Pass tipped and taken away by campus. Stolen by Wood. She tries to go coast to coast. Euro step. Tough layup short, but a foul called. And it will be Addison Wood going to the stripe for 2. They gave the foul to Audra Sandbo. That's her second. And 2 free throws for Addison Wood. First free throw, swish. First free throw made by campus today. Coverage of McPherson High School basketball brought to you in part by Ag 360 Insurance with Darren Eddy and Cody Moores, RC Heating and Cooling, Great Plains Federal Credit Union, and Edward Jones McPherson. Wood, second free throw off the bridge. Rebound fought for, but Campus will come down with it. It's Craig driving baseline, cross-court feed. Cooper for three. Too strong, rebounded by McPherson. 15-13, Bolt Pup, 7 minutes left first half. Deep pass, Lowry. Hit as she goes up, missed the shot, but a foul called, and it will be the sophomore, Amory Lowry, going to the line for two. Foul will be on Emily Cooper. Her second. And the sophomore Lowry, who sports number 23, to the stripe for two free throws, where pretty much McPherson has spent the majority of this game. First free throw goes down. For the first time, Alicia Dyke will come in for Campus. McPherson will also have pretty much a platoon swap. Of course, one waiting on the scores table because of the shooter, but Brooke Doyle, Kaysen Blake, Riley Whitfield return, Carly Cooper in for the first time. Lowry's second free throw on its way. Missed wide right, long rebound. Doyle gets it in the corner. Needs help, but throws it off the leg of a Colt, and out of bounds it goes, staying with McPherson. The second time McPherson has done that today. Piper Alvord will check in for Amory Lowry, so it is the full 5 in, 5 out. Or maybe that's the other way around, 5 out, 5 in. Whitfield with a deep inbound. Doyle near the baseline, under the basket, double team. Finds Cooper in the low post, but it's actually tipped and intercepted by Campus. Dyke with a stop and go move near side. Cross-court feed to the left wing. Three on the way. That's good. Madeline Harris from downtown. The first three made by either team. That cuts it, or actually ties the game at 16. 6:40 to go first half. Cooper, far side off the feed from Doyle, trying to drive in. Bounce pass taken away, but Hayesville had a foot on the baseline, that being Craig, who stole it and then turned it over. So McPherson will play it in. Right now, shot clock's at 23. Don't think they'll reset it. They'll keep it as is. Whitfield will throw it in on the baseline on the near side. Finds Alvord, who fakes, steps up. Fakes once more, picking up the dribble. Top of the circle, Whitfield controls the point, waving people around. Now Alvord on the near side, still tied at 16, shot clock at 10. First time we've been pretty low in the shot clock. Blake, Whitfield right side with 4, with 3. Doyle into the corner, Blake fires up a 3. Air ball rebounded by Campus, doesn't matter, shot clock violation. There's a touch too strong. Blake's not really known as an outside shooter, but she had to force it up because the shot clock was running down. Kayla Frost will return for Campus. As it is a tied game, 6:05 to go, second quarter. Nadeau pushes, bounce pass, low post, left the layup off the mark, but a foul called. 2 free throws coming for Addison Wood. She was 1 for 2 in her last trip. That foul was called on Carly Cooper. First free throw in and out. Amory Lowry back in for McPherson. The third team foul on McPherson in this quarter. Campus just with 1. Second free throw is good by Wood. She's 2 for 4 at the stripe. And it's 17-16. Campus retakes the lead. 6 minutes to go first half. Deep pass. Lowry, far side, crosses over. Cross-court feed. Whitfield steps up, shoots, misses short. Got her own rebound and kicks out to the corner. Cooper backs down a defender, then switches the other direction. And McPherson will now slow it down with Doyle controlling the point. Cooper on the near wing. Still has not dribbled. Now does. Bounce pass to Whitfield in the corner. Trying to find somebody, finds Doyle, right side, into the far corner. Blake after a deflection. McPherson retains, shot clock at 10. Cooper near side, drives baseline, doubled up. Trying to go far corner, but it's taken away again by the Lady Colts. It's Harris with the steal, and then after a pass to Wood, Cooper commits her second foul. The next foul will put Campus in the bonus. 5:20 to go in the second quarter. Jensen Alexander will return for Cooper. Nora Seeley comes back in for Campus as well, replacing Madeline Harris. McPherson had some pressure, but Wood escaped from it. Now double team, gets away from that too. Bounce pass taken away by Blake. Here comes McPherson. Deep pass, Jensen near side. Has Blake, and they'll slow it down now. Whitfield turns the corner all the way home. Lefty layup too strong. Rebounded by Campus. Whitfield then deflected the ball, but Campus retains it. 4:55 to go first half. McPherson down by 1, and another steal. It's Jensen Alexander trying a deep pass intended for Lowry, but Whitfield comes down with it. Scoop layup on the other end, just crawled off. There's a lid on the rim, and Campus with another rebound. Wood controlling the point up the floor for the Colts. Near side, intercepted by Doyle. One-on-one all the way. She stops, shoots, and hits with the left hand. Brooke Doyle with her first field goal. She has 6 points today. Who yesterday just signed to play volleyball at Johnson County Community College. McPherson retook the lead on that layup, 18-17. 4:10 to go, first half. High pass, too high, out of bounds. It will go on the baseline and back to McPherson. Audra Sambo back in. Same for Marin Sambo for McPherson. McPherson High School basketball brought to you in part by Art Shirt Gear for Sport, McPherson Booster Club, Farmers Alliance, Next Tech Wireless, McPherson College, Idea Tech, Prairie Hills Financial with Glen Snell, and Pleasant View Home. McPherson will have the ball up by 1. 4:05 to go first half. Two Sandbows, Whitfield, Jensen Alexander, and Doyle on the court for McPherson. Sandbo turns the corner, picking up the dribble. Whitfield trying to force it inside. It's tipped. She got it back, though. Bounce past Doyle. Far corner, Audra Sambo, long two, too strong. Rebounded by Campus. Cooper with the board, looking to push. Crossing the black-painted mid-court stripe. Cross court, trying to go in the low post, but another turnover out of the fingertips of Seeley. Out on the far baseline. It's not been the cleanest of halves for either of these teams. McPherson's more just struggled offensively with trying to score. Just balls are not going in the basket. Doyle with the ball on the near side. McPherson up by 1. Tried to cross over, picked up the dribble. Cross-court feed in between two Bullpups, and out of bounds it goes. Miscommunication between Alexander and Whitfield. So Alvord will come back in for the Bullpups. She'll check in for Jensen. 3:20 to go first half. McPherson 18, Campus 17. This is the first half of the season opener for both of these teams. It's part of the Salina South tournament, as tomorrow Campus will face off against Liberal at Salina South. Here's a tip pass intercepted. Deep pass on the other end for McPherson. Whitfield tried to save it, but she was out of bounds. So both of these teams will be at Salina South. And again, Campus will face Liberal. The girls will play at 3 o'clock and the boys at 4:30. And then McPherson will play at 6 and 7:30 against Salina South tomorrow. And then McPherson will play Liberal at Salina South on Saturday, with the girls playing at 1, the boys at 2:30. Pass into the baseline for Campus, knocked away. Sandbo dives for the ball. We have a tie-up. The arrow will keep it with Campus. Or rather, on the scoreboard it says McPherson, but at the scores table it says Campus, which it should be Campus ball. 18-17, McPherson leads Campus, 2:53 to go first half. They'll throw it in on the baseline with 21 on the shot clock. Deep pass over the head of Doyle. Now a pass inside, taken away by McPherson. Here comes Alvord, one-on-one all the way. Layup missed, but she got hit hard and a foul called. And Piper Alvord will go to the line for 2. Foul on Craig. Alvord didn't quite take kindly to that foul. She was one-on-one, then pretty much just got pushed from behind, or I'd say pushed, because Craig was trying to go up for the block, but then kind of hit Alvord in the upper body, and both of them tumbled to the floor. So Alvord wasn't a fan of that foul, but she hits the first free throw. She's 2 for 3 now at the stripe today, which are both of her points. Kason Blake back in for the Pups. 2:45 to go in the first half, 19-17. McPherson leads. Can Alvord make it 20-17? Alvord last year averaged 5 points, 2 rebounds as a sophomore, now as a junior. Part of a pretty athletic family. Her older sister, Carter, playing softball at Barton Community College, but was the leading scorer for the Bullpups on the basketball team when they finished in 3rd place 2 years ago. A lot of switching for who's going to guard who in the low post on the rebound. So Campus with more size. They bring back in Wood and Nadeau. Alvord still with one more free throw. A bend to the knees, up, and it rattles home. 3 points for Piper Alvord so far, 2:45 to go first half. Dangerous pass taken away, Jersey Alexander lays it in. Jersey got the steal and the bucket to put McPherson with their largest lead of the game. They're up by 5. Here comes Campus, deep pass, and we have a travel called on Campus, and a turnover gives it back to McPherson. I'm sure Coach Kinnaman would love nothing more than a run by his team before going to the locker room. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. McPherson with the ball up by 5. Audra Sandbo on the right side, fakes a couple of times, finds Alvord, top of the key, fakes, drives, scoop, layup, too strong, rebounded by Williams. Probably could have had an easier bucket if she took one extra dribble. Instead, kind of a lengthy layup, but now a tip and a steal by Audra Sandbo. They're trying to get a breakaway, but McPherson did not have the numbers, so Sandbo will slow it down and give it up to Alvord, top of the circle. Right side for Marin Sandbo. Finds Audra, free throw line jumper, off the mark. Thought that was in for a second with the angle I'm at, but it was wide left. Rebounded by Campus. Jersey Alexander showing great defense. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Campus. What a play by Jersey Alexander to give some pressure on the defensive end. .148 to go first half. McPherson starting to show more of their hustle here in the recent going. Brooke Doyle, Amory Lowry, Riley Whitfield back in for McPherson. .148 left first half. Lowry will be the one to throw it in on the baseline with a fresh shot clock from McPherson. Deep pass back to Lowry in the far corner. Driving baseline, kick near corner. Alvord didn't have the angle, but finds Whitfield open for a 3. Too strong. McPherson not yet made a 3 so far today in their season opener. Rebounded by Campus. Pass tipped again by Whitfield, and a steal by Doyle. Here comes McPherson. Doyle with a deep pass, tipped out of bounds, should be off Campus. No, they say off of Alexander. They say it's Campus's ball. Coach Kinnaman didn't realize it until now. Audra Sandbo back in. For whatever reason, the official going up to explain it to Coach Kinnaman, but he has the ball, so it's slowing things down a little bit. Campus will play it in. They're under full court pressure by the McPherson defense, and hey, that's helped in the recent going. 1:20 to go first half. McPherson up 22-17 over Campus. Nadeau kicks it to the corner for Williams. Now driving to the left, picked up by a double team for a moment. That leaves someone open in the corner, but Campus didn't realize. Williams left side, tough 3, a rainbow shot, just short, but an offensive rebound. Tough stick back won't go for Nadeau. Rebounded by Alvord for McPherson, who just got away with a push off. Audra Sandbo to Whitfield, into the corner. Lowry steps into a long 2. In and out, but a foul away from the ball on Campus. Just the second team foul on Campus with 53 seconds to go in the half. Foul on Addison Wood, which is her. The public address announcer said the second. I have down the third. I could be wrong, though. The PA mic is really quiet, so I couldn't quite, I can't quite hear it that much. Bounce pass inside, taken away by Campus. They look to push, even though there's a 10-second difference between the two timers. Doyle got a fingertip on it, but taken back again by Campus. Pass into the low post. Shot too strong, rebounded by Doyle. Now McPherson an opportunity to win a breakaway. Lowry steps back, slows the ball down into the corner. Alvord wide open, but defender closed in. Now Alvord drives, ball tipped, extra pass. Whitfield fakes all the way home. Floater crawls in. First field goal for Riley Whitfield. campus, the other direction all the way home. Tough layup, no, but a foul called on Piper Alvord. Hitting the deck was Frost, and Frost will shoot two. 12 seconds to go in the first half. Alvord gets her second foul. 24-17, McPherson over campus. Again, 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. Frost taking her time as, she went down hard, so can't quite blame her. But she collects herself at the charity stripe, looking to shoot.